Hi everyone, it's Paula and I am going to show you today how to do a really fun wood round welcome sign for your front door. So I just got my wood round like this at my craft store, and so you can get any size that you need, whatever works best for your area, for your door, or however you're doing it. So we are going to be staining it first to make sure that we have the color, because I mean this is a pretty color, but I wanted it a little more dark. So I have my stain ready, have some trusty gloves to keep my hands clean, and then this is kind of a stain sponge. It's going to help me just kind of do some nice swipes across to make sure that the stain's nice and even. If you don't have a stain sponge, which you absolutely don't need, torn up t-shirt works great because it really absorbs the stain and lets you swipe it on nice and easy. I had some extra packing paper that came in a package that I ordered. So I just put this over my tabletop to protect my tabletop. And I also have my apron that I'm gonna throw on to protect my clothes so that we don't get this stain on us. Because remember, it is stain and it is going to stain whatever it touches. All right, let's get going. Remember, with stain, a little goes a long way. You don't wanna have too much on there or else you'll have a lot of like spots, darker spots. So you just want to dip it in and then do a quick swipe across, and then it will make sure that it's all kind of even and nicely done. All right, so we've got it all stained, and just so you know, with wood grain, it's not all going to be the same color because it's going to take to the wood differently. So you can see it has a nice variation, just like natural wood. It's just a little bit darker than it was before. That's what we have now. We're gonna let this sit and dry, and so it can be nice and dry, and then we can get our iron on, put on our wood round. Okay, so now that we have our wood round stained and we have our iron-on cut out, we are ready to put these two together. So we let this dry, but because we're doing a bit of a preheat, I am gonna put this piece of butcher paper over just because in case with the heat, any of the stain tries to come off, I don't want to be on my EasyPress. So that when we put our iron-on down and adhere that, then there's no moisture underneath it to cause any type of problems with our iron-on. So I used the Cricut EasyPress heat guide, and it said for wood using everyday iron-on, we are going to go at 300 degrees for 40 seconds. This is just our preheat, so we're just gonna do it for about 5 seconds in each spot. So we're just gonna get that like that, and then we're gonna scoot it over here, and then cut the edge there. See, you can see the moisture actually coming out. So I'm not lying when I tell you, it happens. All right, now we're going to take our iron-on material. So I had, when I designed this in Design Space, I made it for a 17.5-inch circle because that's what I'm working with, and you can like modify that however you need to, but we're just gonna match up these edges here. Make sure they're matched right up so that everything's straight. And then we're just gonna kind of press it down. So the carrier sheet on iron-on is sticky, so that helps hold everything in place. And because I'm using my 9x9 EasyPress, it is going to take me a couple of presses to make sure that everything gets done the way it's supposed to be. So let's start right over here. And it does say to give it firm pressure. So instead of just resting my hands on it, I'm really pushing down with my arms on it. You want to make sure that you have a really firm like table or surface underneath you, nothing that'll flex against when you're pressing down. Okay, so now we're going to move on to this part. And we're going to hit that again. Also, because we're using the iron-on and because this is going to be on my front door, I don't plan on sealing it with anything. The wood is stained, but I'm not going over it with any type of sealant or anything like that. It'll be on my front door, and it's actually going to be out there when the weather's kind of decent. So we shouldn't have to worry about too much of like the hard weather that we might have to worry about peeling or anything like that. All right, we're gonna let this cool down, and then we will peel it off. The next thing that we are going to do is we are going to add some greenery and some ribbon, just to kind of see what we want to do with it. We're going to play around with a few different things and get it where we want, and then we're going to use a glue gun to tack it down. Make sure you play around with it a little bit and kind of have fun with it. Make sure before you put it down with the glue gun that you have it really where you want it to be, and you know what you want to look like. Look at that. I love it. I think it's gonna look so cute on my front door. Just for hanging purposes, if you have like a wreath hanger over your door or a hook or anything like that, you're gonna wanna use some twine, and you're going to wanna use a stapler to really, because this one's kind of heavy and you want it to be nice and even, so when it hangs on it's really sturdy and it's not flopping around on your door. So you'll just add some twine onto the back, or even some hanging wire. You can do that too, and then you will have an adorable wood round welcome sign to welcome all of your family and friends. I can't wait to put it up.